Hello and welcome to tutorial about the Python. So basically today we are having a quick game. So it's called guess the number, which is you're going to have for example, a number from 1 to 10 and you choose the correct number. You have to guess the right number. So basically what we have in here is the name of the game, and here in this bottom you see the number of guesses. You just have to type, for example, from 1 to 10 you can choose 4, and here it says guess a number between 1 to 50. So basically we need 50. Maybe you say 14 or 40 or 44 or whatever, but it has to be between 1 to 50. So here the score, here you have 5 attempts, so you can adjust that to maybe 4 or 6. Yeah, let's say we have 7. Okay, and then let's see, let's play the game. So let's say first we're going to have let's say 25. Okay, let's say 25. So it says you guess was too high, try a lower number. So let's try a lower number. Let's say 10. It say try a lower number, so let's say 5. Let's try a higher number. Now we know the number is now between 5 and 10, so we have 2 attempts. So let's break it into half. Let's say 8, and let's check. Okay, congratulations, you won. So the right number was 8. That's basically what we are going to build right now. So let's go to coding part. So first we need to create our folder. Let's name it guess. Okay, let's just name it guess, and then let's just hold and drop here in our VS Code. So, and then after that we are going to have our environment. So what we are going to do right now is to have our environment, or first we need to create the folder. Let's just click here, and let's say the folder name, which is let's say guess.py. So we are having our file here. So let's build our environment in this folder. You basically can click Control Shift P, Control Shift, sorry, you can click Control Shift P, and then you see here Python create environment. So if you can see it, first you can just type Python. You can just type Python and it will appear to you. So let's click on it. Let's choose Vim, and then we're going to choose our latest version of Python, the version that we are having in our local machine. So let's click on that. So it's going to be created. After it's going to be created, let's have our terminal open. So we just open our terminal. We are having we create an environment because we are going to install some libraries. So first library that we are going to have right now is called Tkinter. It's basically used to create the graphic user interface. So let's click pip install. So let's wait. Okay, we installed that. So now let's go to the coding part. So first we need to import our library. Say import Tkinter as tk, and then we're going to from Tkinter we're going to import our and just basically import everything from Tkinter. So this line is just going to import us everything that exists in this library. So so after this we're going to import our random, and what exactly do is we're going to import the random model to generate random numbers, you know, because it's a guessing game. We just want to create random things. And then we are going to create the main window for the game. Let's just say win click tk. Basically it's create the main application window using this library Tkinter. So and then we are going to go to the win dot geometry tree. So here we are going to choose to set the size of the window. So basically we are going to set it to I guess 705 pixel. Let's say that's 7505. Let's say 05, I guess, or 750. Okay, let's leave it to 750. 750, and then we are going to choose the title for the game. Basically what we are talking about is the name of the game here. Let me show you. Basically what we are importing is basically this here, the title of that appears on the top of the window. That's what we are going to use this function for. It will going to write us the number. So let's just call it by the name of the channel. Okay, that's it. And now we are going to create variables. We're going to use those create variables and use them to update the store game data. So basically we are going to say hint which is equal to string var. Okay, here is this variable will hold and display hints for the player, like too high or correct, or you know, or you are wrong or you failed. Okay, so and then we are going to say score which is going to be int, it's going to be int variable. And okay, and then this score is just like this will store the number of chances that the player has left. So basically you have 5 attempts left, you have 2 or 1 or 0, you know. And here basically we're having the guess. Guess which it will be equal to int also. This will store the number that the player types as their guesses. So after this we are going to create the secret number, you know, the secret number that the player has to guess. For example, let's say between 1 and 10, if the secret number is 5, so the correct number is 5. So we're going to set that will be, let's call it num, which is equal to random, because the secret number should be random. Okay, from let's say from 1 to 50. And yeah, so after this we're going to set the starting message initial score. Like for example, let's say hint, let's write it and then you will understand. So basically we have it here, guess a number between 1 and 50. So basically it will display an initial hint on the screen. So it will look like something like this. So like guess a number between 1 and 50. Okay, so and then we are going to set the number of attempts or chances the player has to. For example, let's say score. We're going to set it to 5 attempts. So basically, you have 5 attempts to choose. So and then we are going to show the starting score on the screen. So basically, we're going to show how many attempts you have. Score dot set, and it will be the number the score gets. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. And also, okay, now what left is our function. Okay, let's create our main function. Let's call it fun. Just call it fun, and it, after creating the fun function, we are going to see if, let's call x equal to guess dot get. So basically what we did here is we're going to get the number entered by the player. This is like the input. So basically we're taking the input from the user and we're going to store it in that function. So, and we are going to take also the final score. Final score dot set, which is going to be the score dot get. And then we are going to basically this function is going to let's say it's going to update the score disable on the screen. So basically it's going to see for example, if you want 5, you used 1 attempt, so it left 4 attempts, so it will display 4 instead of just keeping the same number, which is 5. So and then we are going to use we are going to check if the player still has some chances left. Okay, so let's say if score dot get superior, like bigger than 0. If it's bigger than 0, we're going to check if the guesses also the guess number is not between 1 and 50. It's invalid. So let's going to check if also the x is between bigger than 50. Let's say bigger than 50, or x between 50 and 1. Basically that's what it says. So if it's show the message, okay, it's going to show, we're going to show the message right now. So let's say hint dot set, and let's say if it between, it's going to say you just, let's say you just lost 1 chance. Okay, it's just going to display that. So and after this we're going to decrease the score by 1. So basically we want to, when he lose 1, we're going to say -1. So let's say the score dot set score, it will be the score dot get -1, and then we are going to also update the score. Okay, -1, and then we are going to update it. Do not forget to update the number. So let's say final score dot set, which is will be score get dot get. If you see, like for example here we have like auto correct or auto correction, or let's say it's going to predict what you're going to write later. It's an AI called Copilot. I mean, it's an AI called Copilot. It's going to predict the next move you have. So basically that's why you see see it before I can even write it. Okay, so but here I made an error here. It's going to be underscore. Okay, so and here we are going to, after this we are going to guess number is too low. If the number is too low, for example, we're going to check if our random number is lower. Okay, so it's already checked. So you see this, you see this L if x equal to, that's called, that's Copilot doing. So it's basically going to predict the next what the next move. So but you have to understand what you're doing so that he can predict it. So let's say x equal to, okay, let's say num which is will be equal to x, and then we're going to say hint dot set. We're going to set it to you, let's say you congratulations or something. Let's say congratulations. So already it's going to, it's already okay. We're just going to hit tab. After this we are going to reduce score by 1 even after winning. Okay, even after winning we're going to reduce it. Score dot set or score dot get. Okay, after increasing it, we are reducing it, I mean we are going to update it. Do not forget about updating the function, updating the variable. We are going now to update the variable right now, which is score dot set. It's going to be something like score dot get. After updating it, we're going to use an elif to check if the num also, it's not equal now but it's bigger, so it's already, let's say elif num, which is our number, elif num, sorry, say elif num bigger than the x, we are going to tell the player to try a bigger number. Okay, let's say hint dot set. It's basically the same thing over and over. The number, let's say your guess was too low, try higher number. Okay, let's say that your guess, say your guess is too low. Okay, try higher number. Okay, after this we are going to do there again, basically as usual, and we are going to see if the number, now we saw a bigger, we saw equal. Now let's see, let's use elif, another elif. Now the num should be smaller than x. So after this, okay, sorry, we're going to say hint dot set and see what we're going to write here. We're going to say your guess was too high, for example. What is already written there, where you see it, the guess is too high. Okay, and then we're just going to the same steps. Okay, now we finished. So we are going to say if the player has no chance left, we're going to tell him, okay, that's it, you lost. Now we are going to create the input box where the player types their guesses. Okay, we're just going to have the input of the boxes. So let's say now we are having let's say entry, sorry, entry, and the entry is going to be something like this. We're going to have the win. Okay, this is place this inside the main window. We're going to place inside the main window, and we're going to have the text variable, which is equal to guess, and then the text value is we're going to link the input box to the guess variable. Okay, now we're going to have the width, yeah, its width we're going to be equal to, let's say, 3. I guess 3 is enough. You can choose whatever size you want, but yeah, the size of the box. And after this, we're going to set the font. You can set the font to wherever you want. Ubuntu. Set it to Ubuntu, I guess. And it will be 50. Let's say 50. Okay. And after this, we are going to have the relief. Okay, we're going to add a border style to make it look better. So we're just going to say relief, which will be equal to growth. So we already have it. So, and then we are going to say, now we are going to put the position of the box at the center, horizontal. So we are going to we're going to say dot place. Let's say relax, which will be equal to 0.5. Where's it? After this, let's make it very quick. Just going to copy this, and we're going to paste it like 2 times. Yeah, we're going just to paste it 2 times, but we are going to do it differently. Here we have in the text variable the guess. We're going to use the hint, and yeah, everything else here we're going to use. For example, here we are going to use a different color. We are going to use, okay, and here we are going to see, we are going to add more thing. We are going to add the background color. Basically, we're just going to say background color, which is bg, let's say equal to well, let's say the background color will be equal to orange, maybe. Yeah, let's say orange. Okay. And then we're going to the next one, which is this. Instead of guess here, also we're going to have a different variable, which will be the text. Yeah, we're just going to change everything here. We are going just to say text. Text will be equal to the final score. So after this, we are going to adjust the width to 2, and yeah, we're just going to keep that color, but here instead of 50, let's make it 24 or 25, maybe 24. Let's just keep it 24. We're just going to keep goofy. We're just going to play relax and there. So the same thing, but here we are going to say, instead of here, let's change this to 0.7, and here let's change it to 0. Yeah, and the career here should be also 15, I guess. Say 15 to make it cool. So we're just going to copy this, but instead of the enter, we're just going to say the label. This is basically the label shows the game title or the main challenge. So the design for it will be something like label. Okay, the label will be win, and the same thing, we're going to see the text. The text is going to be, let's say the text is going to be guess the number, I guess. Guess the number. Okay, we don't need, we'll just like drop this. We're just going to drop it. In the font, we're just going to take this font. It's going to take this one and make it here. Yeah. Yeah, and that's all. We're just going to drop this also. We don't need it. And then yeah, that's all. So, and after that we're going to do the same thing to the score, like the score here. We're going to do it for this one. Let me check if it still exists. We are going to do the score here, this one. We did this one, but now we're going to do this one. So let's do it. Let's say also label. Okay, let's just copy it and make it faster. Don't want to take a lot of time. You can type it if you want. But yeah, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to change only the text here. We're going to say maybe the score out of 5. Okay, and that's, we're going to keep here 25. Let's say 25. And here let's leave it to 0.8. Well, let's just copy it, paste it, and here is going to be our button. Say button, which will be something like the window is going to keep it, and we're just going to add our width to 8, probably 8. Yeah, and the text, we don't need that. We're just going to say I guess text will be like check, and then the font will be, let's say the font will be this one. Let's take this one. Let's keep it our font here. Okay, and then we are going to say relieve, and we're going to have a little bit more addition. Let's say command, which is equal to font, and then we are going to have background color, which will be something like, let's say light blue. We are going to say win dot main loop, okay, that's all. So this basically is going to keep the window running and listening for users action, like clicks or typing. That's what it's for. So we can run this now. We can say run as a Python file. Let's check. We created it. Yeah, you can play with it around. And okay, now this is how the code look like, and you will find it on my GitHub repository. You can check it out. I will put it in the description down below.